How about them Cowboys? Who watched that game? Nope. Nope. No one watched that game? Yeah. Hey, can you take out that hoodie for me? Just so I can make sure you don't have any. Oh, can I see that? Please, thank you so much. All right. Well, welcome back. It's a new week. This week is not 3 days like last week. All right. So we got to make sure we're working hard this week, all 5 days, starting today. If you didn't turn in your warm-up last week, make sure you do that, okay? So yeah, we're just NFC East champs going on the Super Bowl run, right? So you get to hear more from me. It's gonna be great. Now, does everyone see up here? There are 2 things due: proportions practice, similar triangles assignment. If you're newish, or you're not new either way, right here I give you a visual. What am I going to grade? This was from Wednesday. This is, I give you time on Friday. Tells you what you got to do on it. Both of them, or just do all of it, okay? If you need those assignments, you know where to get them. Right here, this blue bin. Right? The headphone? You get it out. So, blue bin is where you get them. This is what they look like. And I tell you right here that they're due. So make sure you're working on these and turning them in. We have a quiz on Wednesday. Tomorrow, you'll be able to finish your assignments and do the little review, and then quiz Wednesday. Now, let's do this warm-up. We've done problems like this before, where you have a small triangle inside a big triangle. So let's go ahead and outline the small triangle. Ready? Here we go. All right, so that small triangle has 8 and x, right? Now, the big triangle, I like for you to redraw. I'm going to redraw it down here. What is the left side of the big triangle? Now, if you look at it, it's got 2 parts. It's got 16 and 8. What do I do with 16 and 8 to get the whole thing? Add them up. What's 16 plus 8? Yeah, it adds up to 24, right? So the big triangle is going to have 24 on the left side, and the bottom of the big triangle is what? 18. Okay, so now I'm going to make those connections. I'm going to connect the small to the big triangle. What does 8 correspond to down here? The left side goes to the left side. 8 goes to 24. And the bottom, x, corresponds to 18. Okay? So those are my 2 connections. Is everyone looking over here? Look over. Make sure you're following along. So let's make those into 2 fractions. 8 to 24 is 8 over 24 equals x goes to 18 is x over 18. And now I have a proportion. Can't I cross multiply and divide this? Just take it off. Thank you. Leave it off. So let's cross multiply and divide. Here we go. 8 times 18. Okay. What is 8 times 18? 144 equals 24 times x is 24x. And then my last step, how do I get rid of that 24 in front of x? Divide, okay? Dividing by 24 should give me 6. Anytime you have a triangle inside of another triangle, you can redraw the bigger triangle, make sure you have all the sides labeled right, make your connections, set up your fractions, cross multiply, and divide, okay? So now, we're going to do these notes on the similarity theorems. So keep that warm up. We're going to use it throughout the week, Friday, stay with me. Don't plug in your stuff into your ears or anything, because we got notes to do, okay? Pencil on the ground. Put the pencil on the ground right there. That's crazy. Yeah, break one every day. Want to use them off the third floor? Over there, right there. All right. So you can't erase. What? Probably not. I have to have them? Oh, okay. I mean, TBH I do, but, you know. All right, so everyone's looking at this. This is just one page, front and back, okay? There are 3 similarity theorems. If you look at the front, you have AA. Near the bottom, you have SSS. On the back, you have SAS. Now, do y'all remember those cool songs that we did? Side, angle, side, 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 side. Those were great times, right? It was last year. Okay. But anyways, I don't have a song for this, so if you didn't like the songs, then you got spared. So what we are going to do, though, is we're going to write down these definitions. So, hey, focus. So let's see if we can, I'm going to just copy paste this stuff. So here's AAA. We're going to put it in the margin. Can this move? Hold on one second. There we go. Okay. Okay. I'm so confused. Okay, here we go. Oh my goodness. Here we go. Right here is where you can go ahead and put this definition. So everybody, let's write this down. In the margin, you're going to put under AA, if 2 corresponding angles are congruent, then the triangles are similar. Cool. So write that part down underneath AA. And then we're going to do some examples. All right, let's do number 1. Everyone's following along here. Now, on number 1, we learned that whenever you have an X, those make 2 angles. Those make 2 angles that are called what when they're across from each other? They're congruent, but they're called vertical angles, okay? So do y'all see how in the middle of those 2 triangles there's an X? You're going to go ahead and label an arc and an arc, because we learned that, I think back in Unit 1, vertical angles are congruent. So does everyone understand? Every time you see an X, you put the arcs on it, okay? Just like that. Cool. Can you put that all the way away? I'm trying to record, and I don't like having to say this every minute. Thank you so much. Now, number 1, if you see those little arrowheads, you see this right here? Arrowhead between CD, arrowhead between FG, that means they're parallel, okay? Something we definitely learned about parallel lines is that they make alternate interior angles if they're cut by a transversal, okay? So here's what you know. If you see those parallel lines, you can label D with 2 arcs is congruent to F. Those are alternate interior angles. Trying to make this look nice. Okay, there we go. So I put 2 arcs on D, 2 arcs on F, and then, bless you, also C and G are alternate interior angles. 3 arcs, 3 arcs. Because those 2 match, like the number matches the number. So these 3 have to match these 3. C and G are matching. Like they're not all the same, they're just the ones that match are the same. Like 1 matches 1, 2 matches 2, 3 matches 3. Okay, after all that, here's my question. Do I have at least 2 corresponding angles that are congruent? Yes, that's what the arcs mean. They're congruent, right? So I actually have all 3 angles congruent, but all you need are 2. So this is, yes, this is A similarity. Okay, does everyone hear me say this? When I see that there's at least two arcs that are pairs that are matching, one arc, two arc, then I know it's AA. The whole triangles are similar. Okay. Now you also have to write a similarity statement. So let's go ahead and do that. Here we go. Triangle, and we're going to go one arc, two arc, three arc. EDC is similar. Y'all remember the similar symbol is the squiggle? Squiggle. Triangle. And what does EDC match up with on the other triangle? EFG. One arc, two arc, three arc matches one arc, two arc, three arc. Okay. Now, if there were not two angles that were congruent, I would say no. But this is yes, because I see at least two. There's actually three congruent angles. All right, look at number 2. Does everyone see on number 2 that we have parallel lines again, right? This time, those parallel lines make corresponding angles. So angle N is going to match angle P. Those are called corresponding angles. We know corresponding are congruent. Same on the other side. Angle M is congruent to PQL. Right? So that's all we know. Because of those parallel lines, we got corresponding on the right, corresponding on the left. Do we see two pairs of congruent angles here? Yeah, pair of one arc, pair of two arc. So that's all you need. AA, you can call it AA. Similarity. Let's make our statement. Triangle LQP, the little triangle, is similar to triangle what? What's the big triangle? Follow LQP. On the big one is what? But not Q. Q is not the tip of the triangle. The big triangle goes all the way down to the bottom. LMN. But I know why you said Q, because you think it's different, but they're overlapping. They share L, so that's good. So LQP is similar to LMN because it's AA. Okay. Now I'm not going to do every single one on these notes, but I'm going to show you at least 3 and 4 for AA. Okay. So look at 3. Now, do I have any matching angles on 3? Which one? 90 and 90, right? That's one matching pair. Now, the 39 doesn't match the 51, so some of us might be like, oh, it's not congruent. But hold on. If there's a missing angle, you need to figure that out. What do the angles always add up to? 180, right? Does everyone know this? They add up to 180, right? So take the 2 you know, add them up, and subtract from 180, like we normally did, like we did on the notes last time. Okay, so 90 and 39, let's add them up. 90 plus 39 is 129. Subtract that from 180. 180 minus 129 is 51. So I'm going to label angle S as 51. Does that match anything on the other triangle? It does. So we got a 90. We got a 51. Those are 2 congruent angles, right? That's all I need for AA. 2 pairs of congruent angles. So I'm going to say AA similarity. And I'm going to say triangle, let's say SEY is similar to triangle what? What does SEY match up with? S is 51, so it's going to match up with W. E is 39, which is going to have to be H. Y is 90. C is 90. So SEY is going to be WHC. Cool? All right, number 4. Now, on number 4, do I have any matching angles? 68, 68. 54 and 63 don't match, but let's see if we can find a match for it by finding the missing angle. Let's find angle B. Hey, over there. Go the wrong way. So 68 plus 54 is 122. 180 minus 122 is 58. I have a second matching angle if I have 58 and 54, and this one's 63. No, so only 68 matches, but the other angles don't match. So this one is not AA. I don't have two pairs of matching angles. I only have one, okay? All right, I think that's enough for AA. I hope you get the idea. You need to have two pairs of matching angles. Does anyone still need this before I scroll? Nobody needs this. Oh, go ahead and get it down. We are going to go down to SSS. Okay, so for SSS, so the notes are going to be, come on. Go ahead and write this down. All right, everybody, look, right here. Hey. I'll write this down for SSS. If all corresponding sides are proportional, then the triangles are similar. Right there. Everyone write that down. Bottom, SSS. If all corresponding sides are proportional, then the triangles are similar. I'd rather you wait till we're done because it's brand new stuff. Oh, okay. Yes, yes, yes. All the way done? Yes. Okay, so everybody, let's do SSS. Here we go. All right, check it out. We need to connect all three sides and see if they give us the same number. That's what it means to be proportional, right? So please be careful here. What does 9 correspond to on the other triangle? It's been rotated 180 degrees. So what do you think? 9 goes to what? 14. 9 is all the way over here now. And then 13.5 goes down to 21. 20.25 goes to 31.5. Those are your three connections. You have to think that it's been rotated to make those connections, okay? Now what we're going to do is take all three of those connections, make them into fractions, and see if they give us the same number, okay? So let's write this down. 9 over 14. Okay, 13.5 over 21. And then 20.25 over 31.5. We want to find out what all these equal. So let's go ahead and type this in. 9 divided by 14, control enter. I'm pressing control enter to get the decimal. 13.5 divided by 21. 20.2 divided by 31.5. Oh, my bad. I typed that wrong. 20.25. Okay, so if you, I'd rather you not, if you can wait, because it's brand new stuff. Who asked? Oh, if you can wait. Okay, so, but look, each of these, skip this one. The top, second one, and the last one, they're all the same. They all give me the same number, so they're all proportional, 0.64. 0.64, 0.64, okay? Since they're all the same, I would say yes, it is side, side, side similarity. And then we're going to tell our triangle similarity statement. K and R, if you follow it, is going to match what? K matches up with letter D, N matches up with E, and then S. Okay, do y'all see how this works? You connect them, and then see if they give you the same decimal. I want to show you 8, but we'll skip the rest of those and go straight to side angle side after this one. But number 8, y'all see the small triangle, 20, 30, 15? Okay. What about the big triangle? What is this whole length of the big triangle? What do I do with 20 and 8 to get the whole length? Add them up to get 28. And then over here, 15 and 6, add them up to get 21, right? Okay, so we're going to go from the small triangle to the big triangle. 20 goes to 28. 30 goes to 42. 15 goes to 21. Do you see how we're going from small to big? Sometimes you have to add them up to get the big. Okay. Let's see what these fractions give us. So 20 goes to 28. 30 goes to 42. 15 goes to 21. What do these give me? Okay, so 20 divided by 28, control enter. 30 over 42, control enter. 15 over 21, control enter. Do you see how all these are the same? 0.71. So is that SSS? If they're all the same, then yeah, it's SSS similarity. So let's do the small triangle. VWX is similar to, what does V match up with on the big one? UWY. Okay. Okay, so that's 2 examples for SSS. The only thing you want to watch out for is if they don't give you the same exact numbers, you cannot say it's SSS, okay? So these were both yeses, but sometimes it's a no. So careful for that. One last one, ready? Side angle side. Does anyone still need this real quick? Okay, last ones. Skip all the way down to 13. Okay, side angle side. Side angle side. Here we go. So we're gonna write this down. All right, so everyone's writing this down. Side angle side. If 2 corresponding sides are proportional and the included angles are congruent, and the triangles are similar. Everyone's writing this down. All right, here we go, side angle side. So first of all, does everyone see there's an X? What do I label at an X? Like on number one, the arcs, right? You know these are called vertical angles. Vertical angles. So that's my A, that's my angle. And then what I want to do, besides not doing that, okay, what I want to do is make my connections to my sides. Now, everyone, please look very carefully. This is not flipped over. This is rotated. What does 12 correspond with? What do you think?
24.
Not 24. It's been rotated. So 12 goes to 48 and 6 goes to 24. If those two sides are congruent, or sorry, if they're proportional and the angle in between them matches, then it's SAS. So let's make these fractions. 12 over 48 and 6 over 24. What do these give me? 12 over 48, 6 over 24. They both give me 0.25. So are they proportional? They are proportional because they match. So I got two sides that are corresponding and an included angle that's congruent. So this is SAS. Okay? So that means triangle SRE is similar to rotated FGE. Sorry, SRE matches GFE, I should say. S matches up with G, R matches up with F, E. Okay? We'll do one more. 15. We'll skip 14. 15. Do y'all see these parallel lines with those arrowheads? That means M and P are corresponding congruent angles. So if they're corresponding and congruent, then I'm just going to see if these two sides are proportional. Okay? So let's check that out. 54 over 33, 36 over 22. They both give me 1.64 when I round. So that's good. I have two proportional sides. The angle in between them is congruent. So that is SAS similarity. And then I can make my statement. CMP matches RPQ. Those are in the same order, matching up corresponding angles. Okay. All right, you could do more of these. I'll do one more real quick. Do y'all see how the small triangle and the big triangle both share W? Like W is for sure a shared angle. If you can match these up, 15 over 30, 14 over 28, they both give you 0.5. So that means you have proportional sides and an included congruent angle that they share. So that is SAS similarity. SWZ is similar to QWR. All right, that's the last one we'll show here. I'm going to pass out the assignment early, but if we're going to have time tomorrow to work on this, and then it's only one-sided, and then we have a quiz review because we have a quiz on Wednesday. Cool.